The other Emirati guy told him, like, get off her, and then he sat on me, and he was trying to help the other guy tie up my legs, but I was fighting.
Have you ever wondered what favoritism feels or looks like in a family? You are about to find out. This princess has broken many rules that you would never dare break if you were from a Muslim family. But that's not even the fascinating part. What is most interesting is that there seems to be no consequence at all. Dubai Princess Sheikha Mahra is indeed the apple of the eye of her disciplinarian father, Sheikh Mohammed. Why does he allow her too much? And why does he not extend the same grace to his other daughters? Be sure to watch to the end to learn the secret behind this. Who is Sheikha Mahra? Sheikha Mahra is the daughter of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, the billionaire ruler of Dubai. She was born on February 26, 1994. Her mother, Zoe Grigorakos, who is now divorced from Sheikh Mohammed, has maintained a close bond with her daughter, who was raised with both Emirati and Greek qualities. From an early age, Sheikha Mahra has expressed her love for learning and curiosity about different cultures. For the most part, her Greek heritage played a significant role in her upbringing. She speaks Greek and her native language, Arabic, fluently. Also, she visits her mother's homeland frequently to stay connected with her maternal roots. This exposure to a different culture has not only played a huge part in expanding her worldview, but also allowed her to experience a more liberal upbringing compared to her half-sisters. Unlike her sisters, many of whom have lived under more traditional and conservative guidelines, Sheikha Mahra has been allowed greater freedom in her personal and educational pursuits. While most of her half-sisters faced the expectation of early marriages, which were often arranged by Sheikh Mohammed, Sheikha Mahra was allowed to prioritize her education. She attended private schools in Dubai before pursuing higher education abroad. She completed her studies in London, where she earned a degree in international relations, a rare privilege among the daughters of the royal family. In terms of lifestyle choices, Sheikha Mahra enjoys more autonomy compared to her half-sisters. While the majority of women in Sheikh Mohammed's family adhere to traditional dress codes, including wearing the hijab, Sheikha Mahra has often been seen without it. It would suffice to say she is more into Western style. Her public appearances in elegant Western attire at high-profile events have been captured many times to show how fashion-conscious she is in Dubai's elite social circles. So how are her half-sisters treated? Keep watching to find out. Her half-sisters. It's no longer news that Sheikha Mahra receives what we might call preferential treatment in comparison to her sisters, many of whom have faced lots of restrictions on their freedom. While Sheikha Mahra enjoys privileges that include pursuing higher education abroad, starting her own business, and adopting a modern lifestyle, her half-sisters have been subjected to a more restricted lifestyle. Many of Mahra's sisters do not enjoy the kind of luxury she has, and some of them have caught the public's attention despite how discreet the family is. Let's take a look at some of them. Princess Latifa and Princess Shamsa, both daughters of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, have become widely known due to their high-profile attempts to escape from their father's control. At the time the news broke, their stories were filled with allegations of abduction and forced captivity. It attracted international attention and raised serious concerns about human rights within the Dubai royal family. Now hold on a minute. Why would the children of a rich man want to escape their luxury villas and lifestyle into the unknown? The first person whose story shook the media was Princess Shamsa bint Mohammed Al Maktoum, who was born in 1981. She attempted to escape from her family 24 years ago, precisely in July, year 2000. At the time, she was on holiday at her father's estate in Surrey in the United Kingdom. At the age of 19, Shamsa had long felt restricted by the tight control over her life, including limitations on her freedom of movement and education. She managed to flee by sneaking out of the family's estate and driving away in a car. With luck, she made her way to London, where she lived freely for a few weeks. During this time, she contacted several people, seeking legal advice to remain in the United Kingdom. However, her attempts to escape soon attracted the attention of her family. According to reports, Sheikh Mohammed's associates quickly began searching for her. Unfortunately, she was tracked down through the numerous phone calls she was making to escape. On August 19 of the same year, Shamsa was captured in Cambridge by a group of men reportedly working for her father. She was forcibly taken from the street, knocked unconscious, and flown back to Dubai via a private jet. Once back in Dubai, Shamsa was placed in captivity, where she has remained under close surveillance till today. In year 2019, a BBC documentary revealed a letter written by Shamsa during her short time of freedom, in which she expressed her desperation to escape her family's control. One can only imagine how terrified she must have felt to be knocked unconscious and dragged back. The case attracted attention in the UK after details of her abduction were made public. But despite investigations by UK authorities, including the Cambridgeshire Police, no formal legal action has been taken against the Dubai royal family. As for reasons, diplomatic sensitivities and the wealth and power of her father, Sheikh Mohammed, have been cited as obstacles in the progress of the case. Another person among Sheikh Mohammed's daughters who have suffered a similar fate is Princess Latifa. Nearly 2 decades after Shamsa's escape attempt, her younger sister, Princess Latifa bint Mohammed Al Maktoum, made her own move for freedom. She was born in 1985, and according to her, she has never enjoyed any type of freedom her whole life. Latifa had been planning her escape for years. She had previously tried to escape in year 2002 when she was just 16 years old. She was, however, caught at the United Arab Emirates-Oman border. After that attempt, Latifa was reportedly imprisoned for 3 years, where she was made to endure harsh conditions and wished she never attempted to run. In the year 2018, with the help of her close friend Tiina Jauhiainen, a Finnish capoeira instructor, Latifa made a second attempt to escape. On February 24, 2018, Latifa and Jauhiainen drove across the United Arab Emirates border into Oman and then used a small inflatable boat and jet skis to reach international waters. From there, they boarded a yacht owned by Hervé Jobert, a French-American ex-spy and maritime expert who had planned the escape with Latifa. Now this is where it gets interesting. They planned to sail to India, from where Latifa hoped to travel to the United States and seek asylum. However, 8 days into the journey, while the yacht was sailing off the coast of India near Goa, it was intercepted by Indian and Emirati forces. What a bummer. This was reportedly part of an undercover operation that had been organized by both governments, acting on behalf of Sheikh Mohammed. Latifa was violently removed from the yacht in a fierce raid on March 4, 2018. She was knocked unconscious by the commandos who boarded the vessel. Tiina Jauhiainen, who was with Latifa on the yacht, would later describe the raid as terrifying. According to her account, Latifa was screaming for asylum and begging the Indian forces not to take her back to Dubai. Latifa was reportedly dragged off the boat while being tranquilized. For many days, Jauhiainen and the rest of the yacht's crew were detained and questioned before being released. Imagine getting into trouble for helping a friend. After Latifa was returned to Dubai, all forms of communication were seized from her. In a series of videos recorded before her escape attempt, Latifa expressed her fear of her father and her determination to escape the prison that her life had become. She stated that if the videos were released, it would mean that her escape had failed and she had been captured. Also, in another video that made it to the internet, she said, "My father doesn't care about anyone. He only cares about his image and ego." In addition, she said the video was made in a room where the windows were boarded up. The cases of Princess Latifa and Princess Shamsa have led to widespread international outcry, with human rights organizations and activists calling for their release. Latifa's case in particular garnered enormous media attention after the release of the documentary Escape from Dubai, and her story was featured in various news outlets globally. In year 2019, the United Nations called for the Union Arab Emirates to provide proof of Latifa's well-being after concerns were raised that she was being held against her will. The following year, 2020, a court in the United Kingdom ruled that Sheikh Mohammed had planned the abductions of both Latifa and Shamsa and had subjected them to utter mistreatment. The ruling came as part of a legal battle between Sheikh Mohammed and his former wife, Princess Sheikha, who fled Dubai in year 2019 with their children, citing fears for her safety. At this point, you want to ask, why is the Sheikh so powerful and untouchable? But even with so much power, he still could not control his daughter. Let's talk about why Sheikha Mahra gets so much freedom from her father. But before we do that, we need to learn about her life, so you will understand the entire story. Mahra's lifestyle. Sheikha Mahra, the daughter of Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, is known widely for her involvement in the beauty and fashion industries. Known for her elegant style and strong presence in the UAE's social scene, she has made excellent contributions to promoting local designers and emerging brands. Sheikha Mahra's journey in the beauty and fashion industry began in the year 2021. This was also the time she increasingly appeared at major fashion events in Dubai and the broader Middle East. Her interest in the industry was spurred by her love for style and her desire to support and uplift local talent in the UAE. She used her platform as a member of the royal family to bring more eyes to the work of Emirati and Middle Eastern designers while helping them gain recognition both locally and internationally. Her growing presence in fashion came at a time when Dubai was becoming a global hub for luxury fashion, with major international brands opening stores in the city and hosting events. Sheikha Mahra seized this opportunity to merge her personal passion with her desire to support her community. Her continued appearance at fashion shows, exhibitions, and brand launches soon established her as an influencer in the regional fashion scene. One of the major ways Sheikha Mahra contributes to the fashion industry is by championing local designers. She is known for wearing and promoting garments from UAE-based fashion houses and upcoming Middle Eastern designers. Her choice to highlight these brands has had a major impact on their visibility, often resulting in a surge of interest from international buyers and fashion lovers. Sheikha Mahra works closely with popular UAE designers like Fatma Al Mula, an Emirati fashion designer who is famous for her bold and contemporary styles. Another designer she works with is Hessa Falassi, a celebrated fashion figure in Dubai's high-end fashion. By wearing pieces from these designers to public events, Mahra helps put them on the international fashion map. More than fashion, Sheikha Mahra is also into the beauty business, and she shows this by supporting beauty brands and local producers. She has worked with several cosmetics and skincare brands in the UAE, helping them gain recognition. Her love for beauty is well known, and she is often seen at exclusive beauty events in Dubai, where she connects with industry experts and entrepreneurs. Sheikha Mahra's personal style has become known in the Middle East. Known for blending traditional Emirati attire with modern international trends, she represents the balance between respecting cultural heritage and embracing modernity. Her fashion choices often include abayas, the traditional robe worn by women in the UAE, but she also incorporates unique designs and trendy cuts that reflect her personality and modern outlook. In addition to traditional pieces, Sheikha Mahra is also seen in high-end designer brands like Dior, Chanel, and Valentino. However, her strong focus on supporting homegrown talent sets her apart from other royals and influencers who mostly opt for international luxury brands. Her style has gained a large following on social media, especially Instagram, where she shares snippets of her life, fashion choices, and the designers she supports. This online presence has allowed her to reach a broader audience, influencing not just her fellow Emiratis, but also people from across the Middle East and beyond. Now, away from the beauty and fashion business, Sheikha Mahra bint Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum is also known for her charitable work, love for animals, and public persona. For somebody of her caliber and social status, one would not really expect her to do anything other than look pretty and be the princess that she is. Well, she has broken all stereotypes attached to her status. She is a modern and influential figure within the United Arab Emirates and beyond, who has carved out a role for herself as a philanthropist and a lover of animals, particularly horses. Sheikha Mahra's philanthropy extends across various areas, with her most visible work focusing on supporting humanitarian causes and charitable organizations. She actively supports local initiatives and philanthropic efforts aimed at improving the lives of those in need within the UAE. Her involvement in these initiatives shows how compassionate she is toward the community. No matter how one looks at it, it can be seen as a way of giving back to society. Her love for animals, particularly horses, is a crucial aspect of her public persona. It is an inherited passion from her father, who owns an admirable collection of them. Sheikh Mohammed is an avid equestrian and a leader in horse racing. Being her father's favorite, it is understandable why Sheikha Mahra has become a lover of horses and an advocate for animal welfare. Her affection for horses is evident through her participation in equestrian events, where she often shows her skill as a rider to everyone interested. Now to the million-dollar question of why her father allows her too much. Let's check out the possible reasons, shall we? Why her father allows her too much. The relationship between Sheikh Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum and his daughter, Sheikha Mahra, has been a hot topic for a while now. This is mostly due to the special treatment she receives, which is the complete opposite of the restrictive lives of her half-sisters. This close bond has led to much speculation, with many questioning whether it is simply favoritism or if there are deeper reasons behind it. One factor that is often considered is the influence of Sheikha Mahra's mother, Zoe Grigorakos, who is of Greek descent. Zoe's non-Emirati background likely contributed to the more liberal upbringing Sheikha Mahra experienced, compared to the stricter environment her half-sisters were raised. Greek culture is known for its more relaxed approach to gender roles and individual freedom, which may have played a role in the freedoms Sheikha Mahra enjoys. Her mother's influence is seen in her lifestyle choices, such as not wearing the hijab and pursuing higher education abroad, privileges that many of her half-sisters were not granted. This Greek heritage and upbringing could also explain why Sheikh Mohammed has a softer approach toward Sheikha Mahra. Zoe Grigorakos, despite being divorced from the Sheikh, remains a significant figure in her daughter's life, and Sheikh Mohammed's affection for his former wife may have translated into a more lenient relationship with Mahra. Unlike her half-sisters, who have been expected to conform to traditional gender roles and marry early, Sheikha Mahra was allowed to focus on her education. Sheikha Mahra's participation in numerous high-profile events alongside her father has further cemented their close bond in the public eye. She is often seen at public functions and charity events, representing Dubai with grace and poise. This level of visibility is unusual for women in the royal family, and especially for Sheikh Mohammed's daughters, who traditionally lead more private lives. Her presence at these events does not only point to her father's trust in her, but also an indication of the unique role she plays in the royal family. Some people have speculated that her active involvement in these events has further strengthened their relationship, allowing her to develop a closer connection to her father than her sisters have. Another possible reason for this special treatment is Sheikha Mahra's personality. Known for her beauty, elegance, and charitable efforts, she has gained a considerable following both in Dubai and across the world. Her public persona, which combines philanthropy and sophistication, has no doubt earned her a special place in Sheikh Mohammed's heart. Unlike her half-sisters, who have struggled under more traditional expectations, Sheikha Mahra has embraced her role in the public eye with confidence and grace. Her dedication to various causes, including education and women's rights, aligns with her father's own public image as a progressive ruler. Sheikha Mahra's beauty and confidence have also made her a beloved figure in Dubai's elite circles. Her social media presence shows her lavish lifestyle, elegant fashion choices, and charitable endeavors, which have helped solidify her status as one of the most prominent royal figures in the UAE. This public image, coupled with her strong bond with her father, has set her apart from her half-sisters, who live more secluded lives away from the media spotlight. Now, if this isn't favoritism at its peak, what else can we call it? Another possible reason could be the attention surrounding Sheikh Mohammed's other daughters, especially Princess Latifa and Princess Shamsa, who have at different times tried to escape their father's harsh treatment. This news has no doubt put the Dubai ruler under scrutiny. Both daughters attempted to escape from the royal family, and their cases drew global media attention, with human rights organizations raising concerns over their safety and freedom. These incidents have painted Sheikh Mohammed in a negative light internationally, leading to widespread criticism of his control over his daughters' lives. In light of this, some people believe that the privileges granted to Sheikha Mahra could be an attempt to soften his public image. Allowing her more freedom, such as delaying marriage, studying abroad, not wearing the conventional hijab, and being active on social media, could be Sheikh Mohammed's way of trying to present a more progressive and modern image of the royal family. Already, people are raising their brows in concern and surprise. To them, it is an obvious ploy to shift the narrative away from the controversies involving Latifa and Shamsa and show the world that not all of his daughters are under tight control. Moreover, giving Sheikha Mahra a more visible and independent role could help counteract the perception that all women in the royal family are oppressed. By portraying Mahra as a modern, independent woman who enjoys freedoms that are rare for women in traditional royal families, Sheikh Mohammed is hoping to reduce the focus on the abductions and mistreatment allegations against him. In a way, it creates a contrast between the stories of Latifa and Shamsa and the seemingly more open life of Mahra. While this strategy might appear to improve his public image, it also raises questions. People are still curious about why Mahra receives such different treatment from her sisters. Perhaps Sheikha Mahra is just one lucky woman who seems to have grown when her father's view on how to treat women has significantly improved. Also, Mahra's younger sisters could enjoy such privileges when they are of age, but until then, we will want to keep our fingers crossed. What do you think of Sheikh Mohammed? Do you think it is unfair to allow one daughter all the freedom and deny the rest any degree of independence? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. If you enjoy this video, don't hesitate to like, share, and subscribe to the channel.